have been told by the girls that you are saying things about my husband and other men. You've gone after every marriage in the group, when meanwhile you're the only one that's out spreading their legs outside of their marriage.
I mean, ooh.
I don't speak with marriage. Don't touch. No, I want to.
Girl, what's going on?
Outside their marriage is you, not me. Yeah, talk to yours. Yeah. Deal with your marriage.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about Salt Lake City, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 6. And the reason why this is coming a day late is because, look, I was at a wedding. Here's a picture. I had a good time, drinking up a storm, came home, went to sleep. Right. But yeah, this episode was really cute. There was a little bit of hypocrisy going on, but we're gonna talk about it, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Please comment down below. You already know I love when everyone engages. And let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
All right, so the episode starts off where it left off. So Angie's basically confronting Meredith, and she just walks over to her, just like, you know, she tells her, like, you know, the rumor that, you know, Monica told her.
And I have been told by the girls that you are saying things about my husband and other men. And Meredith, you know what? I'm not talking about your husband.
And she was just like, so Meredith, I don't know what you're talking about with these rumors about, you know, my husband. And you know, Meredith was just like, girl, I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. Like, I know rumors, but I don't know nothing about your husband. So Angie's like, you talked about my husband being with other men. And Meredith's like, look, I'm not talking about your husband alone. If anything, I know a lot about you. I'm like, oh, okay. Whitney's sitting in the side, and she's just like, well, Meredith, you know, you did say stuff at the airport. And she was like, you did say stuff about her husband at the airport. So, Whitney, is it stuff about her husband at the airport? Or, because what you told Monica was, you know, Meredith said that there's a lot of rumors that she need to worry about.
You did. You said that. You said that in the airport. You said, what are you talking about? Her husband.
You didn't say nothing about no husband, so you want to add the little tidbit in. Is kind of funny and slick because you just lied, right? So Meredith was like, look, all I said was I heard things. That was it. And Angie's like, you said things to everyone in this group, but you're the one that's opening your legs. And you know, at this point, Meredith gets up and she's like, we're done. She's like, I'm not gonna sit over here and have this conversation with you, go back and forth, and you're gonna be disrespectful and be rude. No, ma'am.
Every marriage in the group, when meanwhile you're the only one that's out spreading their legs outside of their marriage. I've been with my husband for. We're done.
So, you know, Angie's like, run away. Meredith was like, look, I don't talk to people that's going to be disrespectful. She walked over to Lisa like nothing happened, and she sit down with basically Lisa and Mary. And Lisa's like, I'm so glad that we all got together. I'm so glad. I'm just like, girl, she is clueless. She don't even know what's going on. So Angie's, you know, she's not done, obviously. And she walks over again, crouched down. She's like,
Meredith, look, if you want to say these rumors and spread these rumors about my family, be woman enough to say it to my face. Now say what you got to say.
I'm just like, girl.
I'm not done talking to you. If you're going to spread rumors about my marriage, then you're going to look me in the eye and you're going to address it.
Okay. Meredith just is like blank face. Angie's this way. Meredith is this way. She's like, So Angie's over here just talking, and Meredith was just like, just smizing in the camera, right? She paying her dust. So Angie asked Lisa, like, didn't she say stuff about you over here doing sexual favors for jazz tickets? Isn't that what she said? So
who repeated that rumor? You or me? I didn't know it. You told me rumor. That's short for saying sexual favor.
We see like the little flashback, and the funny thing about it was Whitney was the one that said the rumor. Just like Monica's the one that said the rumor. And the funny thing about it was we know that Meredith said, like, look, I heard Lisa did sexual favors, blah, 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 but that's what I heard. I don't believe it. We already heard that, right? She said she didn't believe it in an instant, but they still brought it up. So when the whole jazz tickets, doing blowjobs for jazz tickets got brought up, she's like, you said that. Whitney, she didn't say that. You said that, ma'am, like I said last year. But you want to equate it to the whole situation where it's like sexual favors. Yes, it's in the same realm, but you put a little bit of sauce on it. It basically made it seem like that's what Meredith said. In this situation, it's the same thing. Meredith said, I heard rumors, and now they're like, okay, well, this is the rumor. We don't know what rumor she heard. Y'all just threw it out there. And to be honest, Monica is the one to blame. Sorry. So, you know, Angie continuing to talk to Meredith about opening her legs, and Meredith get up again. She's like, goodbye, we're done. You're not going to talk to me disrespectfully. So she's walking off. And low-key, Meredith, like, the whole walking off is getting old. Like, girl, at some point, you're going to just have to dig your feet in the sand and just fight it out. Because I ain't got time. Not really fight it out, but...
I don't speak with Meredith. Don't touch me. No, I want to...
Angie's like, run away, Meredith. And I'm just like, girl, how you going to let the new girl run you out of town?
Run away, Meredith. I don't speak to people who treat me with disrespect. Their legs outside their marriage is you, not me. Yeah, talk to me.
So, you know, Angie tells Meredith, like, you're the only one spreading lies. And Meredith was like, girl, I'm not spreading anything. What she should have said, if she really want to get Angie together, when Angie was like, you're over here spreading lies. And I'm like, girl, I'm not spreading anything. But who is spreading something is your husband spreading them legs. Or spreading that pussy. So, you know, Monica whispers to Heather, because Heather's like, what's going on? She said, basically meaning Meredith, that Angie's husband's other men.
Spreads lies about people's marriages, and then she walks away saying that my husband is okay.
And I'm like, Monica, you said that. How are you going to sit up here and put it off on Meredith? And I hope Meredith basically brings this up, because at the end of the day, I feel like Meredith is letting Monica slide, because obviously Meredith can get mad at Whitney because Whitney's just being messy. But Monica, you brought it up. And Monica's just like, yeah, everybody's being fake. They're acting like they don't know what's going on, but everybody has heard this rumor. It's that.
These women have heard about this, have talked about this, or have spread this. Some fake That's some Utah
My girl, okay, cool. That might be the case, but you can't sit up here and bring up this rumor and make it and put words in Meredith's mouth when she didn't say it. You said it on camera. So to be honest, you brought it to the forefront. I don't know what rumor Meredith was talking about, but 9 times out of 10, it could have been that, because she said
the rumors and nastiness about her. Oh, I can do that. You know what? You want me to go there with her husband?
So Lisa is over here on the side, just constantly going off, talk about, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Monica? What's going on, Monica? I want to know what's going on. So, you know, Lisa's still just over here rambling, and you know, Monica looks over. She's just like, yeah, you know, Meredith told, you know, this rumor basically saying that Angie's husband is over here fucking men. And Lisa's like, no, that's a lie. He would never do that. That's a lie.
Sean men. No, he does not. That he has like.
I'm like, Lisa, you don't know what someone would do. So, girl, be careful. To be honest, I don't think he currently, I think it's like past tense, right? Right. Whitney is like, I haven't heard that rumor. Like, I haven't even heard that. And she asked Heather, like, have you heard that? Heather was like, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. You haven't heard that in Salt Lake? People always say that about male hairdressers.
She's like, yeah, of course. Like, he's a male hairdresser. Like, there's obviously gonna be rumors about him, right? So, you know, Mary's over to the side, acting like side, talking about, so Lisa, like, you don't have any food? Like, so Lisa's like,
can we make some fresh flatbread for her because she's about to go?
So, you know, Mary always act like she don't want to be there. I guess that's just gonna be her role in the show. So it is what it was. Everyone's leaving, and Meredith is over here kikiing with her good sis, Kathy. And, you know, she's like, well, you know, at the end of the day, my marriage is good. And you know what, Angie being that level of petty, she walks by Meredith, and before she can leave, she gonna get one more good zinger in. She's like, yeah, you know, I feel so sorry for you. And Meredith's like, I feel sorry for you too. So Lisa basically walks over after everyone leaves to Meredith. And, you know, Meredith was like, this is crazy. She has something against me. Like, she has this vendetta. Like, I don't know what her issue is, but keep that away from me. So Lisa's like, I'm just confused on how Meredith is trying to be the victim when this is what she does. This is her MO, right? And she's like, if anything, Angie's the victim.
And me.
She said, it's my party. And I'm like, Lisa, it was like 30 minutes ago. Wasn't you over here cutting up with Monica, hooping and hollering? Like, ma'am, you're not the victim. We segue over to Angie's house, and she's over here, you know, with her husband. They're over here having a good morning. He asked her how she's doing. She's like, yeah, you know, I just want to let you know, like, I didn't want to bring this up last night because it was just too heavy on my heart.
But
Like men, or, you know, you are hooking up with men on the side.
You know, there's the girl Meredith is spreading rumors about you. He's like, me? And she's like, yeah, basically that you're out here having sex with men in Salt Lake City. And her husband, you know, basically he had heard this all his career, 30 years in the hair industry, because, you know, people just assume that, you know, he's one of the girls. So he's like, okay, I don't care about the gay, straight, or in between. It's the adultery part. Like, you're trying to say that I'm cheating on my wife, and that's not the case.
Bottom line is gay, straight, whatever. It's the adultery part of it that's bad. I mean, I know I don't have to explain this to you.
No.
That when he said that, he said it again at Watch What Happens Live. So when he said that, it made me think like, okay, maybe he is like, you know, he did get down with men back in the day, which is really none of our business, whatever. But maybe he did, and you know, his whole thing is like, I'm married to you, I'm faithful to you, and that's just what it's going to be. And I can respect that, because, you know, he breaks down because he's like, what about, you know, our daughter? She's going to hear this, and just like really breaks down. And like seeing a grown man cry is like kind of like, oh.
You know, Lecter's gonna hear about this, and it kills me.
It's like you know, men don't cry like that. But for me, I'm just like, ooh. I really feel like it was a soft spot, because like, if, let's say you heard this for 30 years and let's say you're not gay or you're with your wife, that is like a sore spot, and you don't want people to have those accusations about you, just constantly hearing that, questioning your sexuality. And mind you, the man is, he kind of fine. And when we saw pictures back in the day, I said, huh.
Orthodox. We got married in the Greek Orthodox Church 24 years ago.
Angie got herself a good one. We see montages of everybody getting ready. So we see Monica over here getting her kids ready for school. And, you know, it's giving real regular, degular mom. Some people I saw on Twitter, they like that. They like that Monica is very relatable. Cool for y'all. I'm still trying to figure out if I really like, because I already know that in a few seasons, Monica's going to have the coin, and, you know, they're going to live a, you know, falutin lifestyle, which we're going to segue back to, because I'm just like, you gave Lisa hell for over here living the lifestyle that she lives, but when you could afford it, you can be doing the same thing. But whatever. So we see Lisa go to the salon, nail salon with her son. You know, they're getting their toes done, getting manicure pedicures, and she tells him that, you know, some of the girls in the group, i.e. Heather, raised concern about, you know, him going on a mission, making sure that he's aware of everything that's, you know, that entails when he go on his mission. He's like, yeah, you know, I already know what's gonna go on. You know, I appreciate their concerns, but we don't have the same concerns. So Lisa feels that, you know, Heather should basically just mind her business. And I agree, because at the end of the day, like, you can give advice, but to critique this young man's choice that he made on his own, his real first adult decision he made on his own, I just think it's counterproductive. If that's what he wants to do, he'll find out what goes on when he experiences it. Throughout the day, we see Angie, she's hosting Whitney and Lisa at the house, and she tells the girls that, you know, I told my husband what happened. He cried. He's like, oh my God, am I going to be assuming my daughter's hero? Blah, blah, blah.
He cried. Oh my gosh. Because now there's a little person involved.
And, you know, the moral of the story is that, you know, the daughter's going to hear about it. So that's really why he was crying. If we use that same logic, right? Angie's like, yeah, like, this is going to affect my daughter. It's going to affect my daughter. If we use that same logic, you said all the stuff about Meredith, and she got kids too. So what about her kids hearing it? Regardless of the fact that they're grown or young, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's just like, if you want to use that same logic, you're still talking about her, and her kids gonna hear it too. So Lisa's like, I totally understand. I was in your shoes last year. I totally get it, right? And I'm like, Lisa, like, calm down on the victimhood, because you literally had a whole hot mic moment on Meredith talking about she half of New York. Girl, that's a lot of people. So, you know, Lisa said that, you know, I'm in this weird position with Meredith, right? You know, she's doing all the same things that she did to me last year, but we're trying to rebuild our friendships. It's just really weird.
I was just in your shoes. No one believes this bullshit. You and Sean are like me and John. We work together. We do it.
Lisa raised concern over Monica, and as she should, she was like, okay, what about Monica? Because Monica brought it up. And, you know, Whitney tried to defend Monica, which I think is just some BS. And Whitney's like, at the end of the day, Monica was being a good friend to you, Angie.
Good friend to Angie, like in the moment. She makes up stuff, just like that Snoop Dogg plane ride.
I'm like, so Monica's being a good friend, but what happened when Monica was over here calling Angie? You know, this is the same girl that called Angie a dog. This is the same girl that said Angie's head was knee deep and up Lisa's ass. So Though that's a good friend. Okay. So basically Whitney's like, you know, at the end of the day, Monica is Meredith's decoy. And I'm just like, Whitney, shut up. Because to be honest, this is all your fault. So Angie asked Lisa, you know, how are you feeling about Heather? And she was like, yeah, you know, Heather, we talked a little bit about, you know, Jack's mission, but, you know, I didn't want to have a conversation at the party. So Angie tells her that, you know, Heather invited her to her house and she basically respected her going to Palm Springs and, you know, getting piled on and all this, you know, all the stuff that happened.
And I apologize. I have to say, I had mad respect for you. Like, I don't think I could have survived that trip the way you did. And I want to apologize.
It was very intense. So Lisa at this point is spiraling. And she was like, yeah, you know, never, Heather has never extended this to me. I am triggered because, you know, she never gave me this friendship. She never gave me she's like, where's my accolades? I'm just like, girl, you are pressed, real pressed, right?
It is so upsetting to me because where are my accolades for putting up with people talking about my family, my business, me behind my back?
So, you know, Lisa, she starts crying at this point and she makes the whole situation about her. And Angie, she's like, Angie, at the end of the day, you had a bad weekend. I had a bad 3 years. So, yeah. And, you know, she was like, yeah, you know, the kids are over here talking about Henry, telling Henry that they have naked pictures of me. He's in 5th grade. The girl is profusely crying.
But I have had literally what you had times 10, Ange. I know this sucks and it's so raw, but it came and it wouldn't stop. I know.
And, you know, I don't usually agree with Whitney, but I definitely agree with Whitney in this moment because Whitney's like, girl, read the room. We're supposed to be over here making Angie feel better. And now you over here made it all about you. You're crying. Like, what is going on? We segue over with Meredith and Brooks in the car driving to go snowshoeing, right? So, you know, Meredith's in the car. She basically reenacts and tells us about, you know, leaving the party, Lisa's party. Her car got into an accident and, you know, they almost drove off of a cliff. But, you know, they hit the snowbank. Her driver hit the snowbank. And, you know, she was just basically, you know, crying because she's like, you know, I thought I was out of here. And, you know, she said she was, you know, kind of triggered because the situation triggered her and she wanted to just spend time with her family. So, you know, we see Brooks in the car and they're talking. She's like, I
Can't believe that you invited me to go snowshoeing. I'm so excited that we're going snowshoeing today. It's gonna be fun.
And Meredith was like,
So what about your relationship? It's over now. How are you with the guy?
and Brooks is like,
It's cool. Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay. Mind you, I mean, I don't think anybody was like, oh my God, he's gay. Like, oh, he's gay. Like, girl, it was real obvious at this point. It was what it was. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's gay. Cool. Okay. You know, I'm happy that Meredith supports her son. Like, my mom supports me down. That's my girl. So we see Monica, her mom, and her grandma go to, you know, the elderly activity night at the center. You know, they're having a good time playing games with the, you know, the residents there. But Monica's mom pulled her to the side and she, you know, starts talking, trying to have this deep conversation. So she's just like, you know, do you still consider yourself a Mormon? And Monica's like, yeah, you know, like she's indifferent. And her mom's like, well, do you feel like you're gonna raise the girls in church? Because the girls need Jesus. I'm just like, oh, here we go. And Monica's like, okay, just stop, because she's like, Mom, you left the church, and when you left the church, you told me that this was like, you apologized for raising me in the church. So what's going on? Her mom's like, I don't remember that. She's like, girl, I do. So that's when her mom was over here talking about, well, the family needs prayer. We need to have church every day. Her mom was like, the family needs prayer. We were in church every day. And Monica was like, yeah, we were in church every day, but this 19-year-old still got knocked up. So, okay. So her mom basically tried to play like the Oppression Olympics, like, because Monica was like, you know, at the end of the day, I do more for my kids than you have ever done for me. I'm just like, ooh. Her mom was like, I was a single mother. She was like, girl, I'm a single mama. She said, I had no money. She said, girl, I had no money. She said, girl, I had no money. I was on food stamps, government assistant, over here selling pussy and plates. Like, Monica just basically presents her with facts. And her mom's like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm your mother. I'm not your equal. And we need to have boundaries.
I was on food stamps, I was on state assistance, I was on all the things. We need to stop having a pissing contest. I'm your mother. I am not your equal. There has to be.
And I'm like, what boundaries do you want to have? Not holding you accountable? This is something I did with my parents, not necessarily my mom, but my dad, right? So it's just like, you feel like you can just say whatever you want and I just have to sit there and take it. Or you want to change the reality or the history of what happened and just act like stuff didn't happen. It happened. I remember it. I'm going to hold you accountable. You can say what you want to me and I'm going to respect you. I'm not going to cuss you out and do none of that, get loud, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to tell you what happened. And at the end of the day, I said it once, I'll say it again. The only people that can judge you on your parenting are your kids. And the parents always feel like my dad, he always felt like he haven't done anything wrong. You have, and I can forgive you for it. But what I can't forgive you for is when you're trying to change the narrative to make it seem like you were just such this great person. Like, oh my God, I've done so much for you guys, y'all. Oh my gosh, and you have not. You literally repeated what your dad have done to you. Period. But too much about me because I'm getting heated. Tip on hardwood floors. The fuck? But you know, at the end of the episode, we see Whitney and Heather go skiing, and you know, they get down the mountain over here going X game mode. And Heather, you know, brings up the Jack's mission, and Heather's like, you know, it bugs me. It don't bug you? And Whitney's like, at the end of the day, no, it don't, because I really don't care. And Whitney feels that, you know, Jack is doing something that, you know, he wants to do. Heather's like, okay, but after all that we've been through with the church, you just feel like it's just okay, it's just cool. And you know, at the end of the day, I get Whitney's I get Heather's perspective, because it's just like, y'all have went through so much trauma and triggers with the Mormon church. Like, they list out everything, right? And those are, you know, that's their beliefs, that, you know, what has happened, transpired with the Mormon church. And I can see why Heather has concerns about Jack doing this. How and ever. Heather, it's not your decision, it's his decision. You cannot make his decision for him or trying to convince or shame him for making a decision. You've experienced something, he hasn't experienced something. Y'all already said that Mormon church is becoming more progressive. Maybe it's going to be different. I do not know. But you cannot make this his decision or try to chastise and make him feel horrible for wanting to go on a mission. Girl, you did it yourself. You learned, but maybe this would open his eyes. This is his path that he had to take, and you can't just over here try to criticize. And first of all, it ain't none of your business. You are not his mother. And to be honest, even if you was Lisa, it still won't go change his mind. But yeah, Heather needs to pump the brakes on him, because once you start talking about people's kids, it gets real. You know how sticky it gets, as Drake would say. But y'all, that was Salt Lake City. It was really good. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.